Do you need more time
Has
to
it been
talk to
discussed,
them
Darrell?
about the possible defenses you might have to the charge of felon in possession of a firearm?
Darrell don't care about defenses. Mr. Judge Man, Darrell don't care about defenses. He goes to court without a defense. He goes to court and be like, he's just winging it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm a man of honor, Your Honor. I ain't gonna come in here prepared and stuff, with like evidence and things. I'm the type of guy, because I'm real, like I keeps it real, Your Honor. I just come in and I say what's on my heart, my black heart, my black shriveled heart, Okay, now let's listen into some of this. Thank you, Mag. Welcome to the team, honey. Mama appreciate you. Yes. All right, let's see what's going on here. What's going on, Darrell? Now, what was y'all talking about in this courtroom here?
For that question. Are you able to do that for me, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Brooks. Count 3 in the criminal complaint charges you with felon in possession of a firearm. That is a Class G felony. The maximum penalty for that is 10 years in prison and a $25,000 fine. That 10 years can be broken down as 5 years of upfront prison time, followed by 5 years of extended supervision. Again, because it's a felony offense, you will lose your right to possess a firearm. That is a lifetime ban, and you will lose your right to vote until your civil rights are restored. Mr. Brooks, understanding those are the maximum penalties, what is your plea to the charge of possession of a firearm by a felon? It's charged in count 3 of this information, which allegedly occurred on or about July 25th of 2020 at an address in the 4000 block of North 19th Street in the city and county of Milwaukee.
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, your lawyers filed on your behalf a plea questionnaire and waiver of rights form,
bitch.
And it looks like you signed it electronically.
Oh, y'all, how about when he was like, yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to do all of that. That's a terrible thing what I done. But yeah, I did it. But I'm a better person now. When he was saying all of that, and then the judge was like, okay, so you're pleading guilty, correct? Are you sure? I was like, I couldn't help myself. I was like blurting out, oh my God, he should tell him he's going to put him to death. And that's what he should say, he get the death penalty. And then, oh my God, like just for shits and giggles, like just to blurt it out, just be like, oh, I'm sorry. What I meant was, and then just to see the look on Darrell's face when he thought it couldn't get worse, Because, in his mind, it's like, well, fuck it. I already got 1,000 years. Ain't nothing going to stop this here ship. You know what I'm saying? But what if the judge was able to be like, okay, oh, you pleading guilty to this? Oh, okay. Well, this on top of that give you the death penalty. Well, this wouldn't have by itself, but because this came after that, death, And all of a sudden roll a guillotine in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sure you want to plead guilty, sir? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. That would have been wonderful. Oh, it's just so much that you just wish that you could do, you could change, you could make happen. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much all in the spirit of making Darrell miserable, basically.
Did you go over that form with one or both of your lawyers?
Went over it with Attorney Rakestraw.
Did you go over
And was Mr. Rakestraw able to explain everything on the form to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was some things that I wasn't clear about, but he explained it as best he could.
Well, do you have questions now or anything that you feel like you don't understand about the information that's on that form?
Maybe one or two questions.
Do you know what, I guess, can you tell me what you have questions about?
I don't, it was maybe like a week and a half or so since we talked, so I can't remember exactly what it was. I just recall it was maybe something minute or minor. I just wanted some clarification on.
All right. So, and did they print out a copy of this form for you?
No, I have no copy of it.
Okay. So, we'll start, the form tells me that you're 40 years old and you've completed 12 years of schooling. Is that correct?
I've received a GED, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So it says that you do have a high school diploma, GED or HSCD.
I knew it. He
The
lied.
form also says that you understand the English language and that you understand the charges to which you are pleading and that you are not currently receiving treatment for a mental disease or a mental illness or disorder, and that you have not had any alcohol, medication, or drugs within the last 24 hours. Are all of those things correct, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And do you have any questions about those items?
No.
All right. Then the form goes on. It's got a portion that's labeled constitutional rights. And that part of the form states that you understand by entering that you're giving up the following constitutional rights. You're giving up your right to trial. You're giving up your right to remain silent and understand that your silence could not be used against you at trial, that you're giving up your right to testify and present evidence at trial, that you're giving up your right to use subpoenas to require witnesses to come to court and testify for you, that you're giving up your right to a jury trial where all 12 jurors would have to agree that I am either guilty or not guilty, and that you're giving up your right to confront people who testify against me and cross-examine them, and that you're giving up your right to make the state prove you guilty beyond, and that you can't be prosecuted for that in the future. So none of that really applies today because the two charges that are being
Not the
dismissed
Sovereign
today are
Peninsula.
not being
No.
dismissed today, they're
Samantha.
being dismissed outright.
Oh, that was hilarious. Who was that that blurted out the Sovereign Peninsula? That was hilarious. Whoever that was. Oh my God, that had me dying. Yeah, he played out for this one, Maya. He played out. He said because he's just trying to get to that. He's trying to get to that he's trying to get to that Erica trial. He's like, look, I got to put all my energies, all my eggs is going into that basket. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have to look my nephew in the eye. He might lunge over something and grab me. I don't want to risk it, I don't want to risk it anymore. Oh, no, I think gray is the color at this, wherever he's at right now. Dodge seems to like the color brown or beige, whatever this is. It's khaki gray, It's not as exciting over there, I guess, It was me. Oh, that was you. Oh my God, Samantha. I was dying. The Sovereign Peninsula. That was too funny. Y'all had me dying.
And then the last thing under understandings, it says that I understand that if the judge accepts my plea, the judge will find me guilty of the crime to which I am pleading based upon the facts in the criminal complaint and or the preliminary examination and or and then
There it is. That was weird. I don't know what that was,
the
y'all.
next part of the plea paperwork is labeled voluntary plea, and it states that I have decided to enter this plea of my own free will. I have not been threatened or forced to enter this plea, and no promises have been made to me other than those contained in the plea agreement. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brooks, has anybody threatened you in order to get you to accept this plea offer?
Yes, me.
No, Your Honor.
I did.
Has anybody promised you anything other than the plea agreement that we talked about?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And the
Bubba
plea
did.
agreement, it says on here that the plea agreement is prison to the
Bubba
court,
did.
dismiss counts 1 and count 2. So, Mr. Brooks, that's all the information that's contained on the plea questionnaire and waiver of rights. Do you have any additional questions about anything that's on that plea questionnaire?
No, Your Honor.
You made me promises,
So,
promises.
Mr. Brooks, if I accept your plea today and we go to sentencing, do you understand that the way this will work is I will hear what the state has to say with regard to sentencing. I'll hear from your lawyers. And finally, Mr. Brooks, if you want to talk to me, I'll hear from you. But even if every single person recommends that I do the same thing, I don't have to follow anyone's recommendation. I can do what I think is the right thing to do, even if that means imposing the maximum sentence consecutive to any other sentence. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. We should come back, Your
Prior
Honor.
to filing the plea paperwork, did you have an opportunity to discuss this plea with Mr. Rakestraw?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And are you making your decision to enter your guilty plea freely and voluntarily after having talked to Mr. Rakestraw and or Mr. Hampton about what your different choices or options were?
Yes, Your Honor.
During the time period that this case has been pending, have you had a chance to talk to...
Yeah, look at this grin. Look at this grin, y'all. I forgot about this. Now this, Samantha, I forgot about. Look at this grin that he did. Oh, like, I know, right? This has taken a while. You know what, Daryl? Fuck you, Daryl. That's what. Okay? Fuck you, Daryl. Fuck you very much. This is like, oh, are we holding you up from your life? Is that what's happening? It's like, oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, this has taken a while.
Mr. Rakestraw and or Mr. Hampton or both about all the facts, about everything that happened on that day in July of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Tell us
Your Honor.
about it.
So during your discussions with your lawyers, have you talked about possible defenses that you might have to this charge of felon in possession of a firearm?
Not in full, but it has been discussed.
Do you need more time
Has
to
it been
talk to
discussed,
them
Daryl?
about the possible defenses you might have to the charge of felon in possession of a firearm?
Daryl don't care about defenses. Attorney, Mr. Judge Man, Daryl don't care about defenses. He goes to court without a defense. He goes to court and be like, he's just winging it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm a man of honor, Your Honor. And so, I ain't gonna come in here prepared and stuff, with like evidence and things. No. Okay. I'm the type of guy, because I'm real, like I keeps it real, Your Honor, I just come in and I say what's on my heart, my black heart, my black shriveled heart, I like to come in and just say what's on that, Oh my God. His defense. He like defense. What's that? Shit, was I supposed to have that at my last trial? Damn, that's what I was missing. A defense. Fuck. Forgot about that. I knew I was missing something. I should have checked my front left pocket. That must have been where it was. Defense.
I would maybe have just one question to them, but I don't think it would be anything that would alter what what direction.
Difference. Yeah.
Maybe years. Just a little more clarity.
Okay, I'm going to ask Mr. Hampton or Mr. Rakestraw to step back into my jury room. They will log into my Zoom hearing. I'll open up a breakout room so the two of you can talk, okay? Or the three of you, I should say. I apologize.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Should reflect that I did open up a breakout room.
Tavia, hey boo.
Hampton and Mr. Rakestraw logged in on a device.
Nugnia. Hey, honeypot. Welcome.
To Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks.
Call out my new names.
Mr. Hampton
April,
and Mr. Rakestraw able
Stammerman.
to answer the question that you had?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So have you had an opportunity to talk to them about both the possible
Monica
defenses you might have
Young,
to
hey,
this
boo.
charge, as well as talk to them about what
Maya
happened
Grady,
on
what's
July
up?
24th of 2020, so that they would know if there was an explanation for
Tiffany
your possession
Taylor,
of the
what's up,
firearm
boo?
that would explain
Monica
it in a way
Ingram,
that
Melly,
would make it not a
hey,
crime.
hey, Melly.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's been a while.
And
You been at?
they were able to answer all your questions about that.
You been
Is
at,
that
girl?
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, Jerry, what's up, honey pot? Matthew.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Rakestraw and Mr. Hampton and the help that they have provided to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Are you
John.
at all confused about anything that we are doing here this morning?
No, Your Honor.
And do you understand by
Ah,
entering
what
your
she called
guilty
out
plea
death
that you're
penalty.
giving up your right to
To
pursue
live.
those defenses as well as any other explanations, which would be called mitigating circumstances? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Daryl, stop acting like you know what mitigating is, okay? What you ain't gonna do is sit up here and act like you know what words are, okay? Because you clearly don't. You never did.
And do you have any questions that you want to ask me or your lawyer about what your rights are?
I was wondering what that was. Like, see Daryl looking off camera. Like, clearly something's going on over there because you can hear all this racket. And then it's like, y'all know he's on Zoom fighting for his life here. Like, why? Why y'all don't be quiet and let this man fight for his life, you know? Okay? Okay.
The plea procedures we've gone through, any of the questions I have already asked,
Oh, yeah. And that sounds like a lady. Does that not sound like a lady screaming in the background behind Daryl? Like, where is he at? In the ladies' prison? I mean, I could believe it. He's very dainty. He's a delicate flower. So I could imagine him being in the ladies' prison. I could see it. I mean, it doesn't seem far-fetched. Hey, Raquel. Hey, boo. Yeah, her case, man. I don't know what's going on with Sarah Boone's case. That lawyer, her attorney does not want to do his job, honey. He's like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore.
asked you or anything else that's happening here this morning.
Somebody in there watching TV?
No, Your Honor. I have no
Right.
questions.
Brooks, are you pleading guilty to the charge of felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 because you are in fact guilty of that offense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Defense counsels, have you gone over the plea questionnaire and waiver of rights forms with Mr. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you gone over the elements of the offense with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he understands those?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over the maximum penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he understands those?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you gone over all possible defenses as well as mitigating circumstances?
We have, Your Honor.
And do you believe he understands those?
Yes, Your Honor.
This would have really been a great opportunity for the judge to be like, does he understand that he could get the death penalty for this? Like, does he know that there's a switch involved in this punishment? Does he know that? Is he aware? Oh, you want to check with him and see if he know? Because he don't look like he know, you know? I feel like he'd be a little more panicked if he knew about this. So just check with him and see if he knows. So I'm thinking that he don't. You know, that would have been hilarious. God, why can't things just go the way I want them to?
Do you believe that Mr. Brooks understands
The
all
funny
the
way,
rights that
you know?
he is giving up by
Make it the
entering
funny
his
way.
guilty plea this morning?
Yes,
Thank you,
And do you
Melissa.
believe that decision is being made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently?
I don't know about
Does the
intelligently,
state
but okay.
consent to the jury waiver?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you,
Mr.
Samantha.
Brooks, I am going to accept your decision to enter your guilty plea. I am
Oh, thank you, Special K. Thank you, boo. Mama love you. Yes, she do.
going to find that that decision has been made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Mr. Brooks, that's just a little bit of a fancier way of saying, I do think you understand what you're doing, think you understand what you are charged with, I think you understand the maximum penalties. I think you understand your rights, and understanding all of those things, you have made a voluntary decision to give up your rights and enter your guilty plea. I make that decision based upon the information that's in the plea questionnaire and waiver of rights form. That tells me that you're 40 years old and you have completed 12 years of GED or HSED. With that age and that amount of schooling, you would clearly be able to understand all of the information that
What
is
the
contained
business?
in the plea questionnaire and waiver of rights forms. So that is important. I also make my decision based upon the answers to my questions today. You have been very, very good today at making sure you were clear. If you didn't understand something, you didn't hesitate to let me know that. So your answers to my questions have been clear. They have been direct. Everything about the way you look and the way you've acted today makes me believe that you do understand what.
Yeah, okay. All right, bro. I mean, you overselling it, Judge. You know, I wouldn't say that everything about Darrell looks like anything that is, you know, approvable. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, Miss Dailies. Yeah, this judge is really hamming it up here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about something. Yeah, I mean, everything about you, from your hair in your follicles, okay, to your weird toes. I'm sure they are strange, okay? Spot 'em TV. Hey, boo. Oh, what's up?
You are doing.
Okay.
I also will note
Thank you,
that
Jared.
we have had multiple court hearings on
Such a
this
good boy.
matter. And
I know, right?
At every court hearing,
Jillian,
the
hey,
way
boo.
you have acted and the way you have carried yourself makes me completely comfortable that you completely understand
That's
what you're
right. Ham it
doing.
up, Your Honor.
And so I am going to accept your decision. Let's talk about the factual basis. The criminal complaint talks about some things that happened on July 25th of 2020 in the 4000 block of North 19th Street in the city and county of Milwaukee.
Tell us about it. We want to know about it.
So it says that the police went to a residence at that location. You were located there. You were taken into custody. They located a Beretta 9mm handgun that was on an air mattress close to where you were seated. So that handgun would have been, if not, would have been in an area that over which you were exercising control, and so therefore you had possession of it.
Thank you,
prior
Retta.
to that date of July 25th of 2020, you had been convicted in Milwaukee County case 1999 CF 4470 of the felony offense of substantial battery. That conviction remained on your record and had not been reversed. So, Mr. Brooks, do you agree that on that date at that location that you possessed and exercised control over that firearm, and that prior to that date you had been convicted of a felony offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to find that that's an adequate factual basis. And based upon your plea of guilty and that factual basis, I am going to find you guilty of the charge of possession of a firearm by a felon.
And I'm going to sentence you to death. We changed the rules behind you. That's what we did. We changed the rules after your last trial, so that by the time we got to this one, we could do this. We knew where this was going. We had a plan.
As charged in count 3, that's contrary to Wisconsin statute section 941.29, pren 1M, pren A, 939.50, pren 3, pren G. Because I've accepted your plea and found you guilty.
Oh, yeah. And I knew he didn't graduate. Fucking liar. He lies about everything with the same look on his face. He don't change the look on his face to tell his different lies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mel. Pre-trial is the 21st for Erica case with the female judge, and the actual trial is just to start August. Yeah. I know, but I'm gonna be here for that. I'm gonna be here for all of that. I need it in my life. You know what I'm saying? Making fun of Darrell is my heart's joy. Okay, it's my heart's joy. I don't think I've ever been so good at anything. Roasting is a gift, but roasting Darrell, you know what I'm saying, is just, it's a calling. It's a calling. Okay.
You are once again a convicted felon. That means you cannot possess a firearm. That's a lifetime
Oh my
ban.
God.
You cannot vote.
Judge, where is he going to get a firearm from? I don't know why you even talking about this. You talking about a shank? I mean, because that's not going to fire. That's just like a hand, it's got a handle. You know, you're going to have to jab, you know. I don't know why you talking about the firearms. Darrell ain't never getting out, and Darrell ain't never going to have no firearm. This is just what it is. This is pointless conversation you're having, is what I'm saying. Why Darrell gets these charges, but not the parade douchebag? Ain't that something? Ain't that some shit? I think it's so funny. Like he the way he apologized for this, you'll hear it. You didn't hear it when we were watching it, you know, live. He's all apologetic about this. I mean, like super apologetic, like overly apologetic. Like, you know, I really am sorry about all of this. You know, I did a bad thing. I was a bad man. But I'm different now. I've learned my lesson, you know. Darrell ain't never learned shit in his life, okay? So I got a GED. And I don't even think he got that. I think they just took his word for that shit. Be honest with you. On some straight up shit. Like, I knew he didn't graduate high school. I knew that was a fucking lie. Then he was like, then it turns out they say, okay, he got a GED. I think literally it was like, finally he was, you know, because they could prove that he didn't graduate from high school. But the GED thing, it's like, who wants to sit around and look that shit up? So they just took his fucking word for it that he got a GED. But I don't even think he got that shit. Okay, I think even that's giving him grace. He ain't got no GED. This dude just stepped right out of the 8th grade and that was that. You know? Darrell ain't never had no do right in him. You can tell he's never had it. Still ain't got it. Right? He still don't have it. And he ain't never gonna have it. He gonna die without it. This is what it is. Hey, Vicky Vale. Hey, boo. Jesse, what's going on? Terry Key, good morning, honey. Good morning. Oh, yeah, hit the like button for mama. Thank you, boo. Thank you for pointing that out. And thank you, Deborah. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. And I pinned the link to the Mama's membership at the top of the chat. Please feel free to go on and hit that thing and just become a regular supporter of Mama. Okay. You know. Mama appreciate it. Yes, she do. She's appreciative. She appreciates it.
Is it my understanding that the parties want to go to sentencing?
We can. Yes, Your Honor.
I wish they said the death penalty. That would be funny. He'd be like, what?
Judge, the court is very familiar with this case. We were in a position to try the first 2 charges early on, but I don't want to get into that. Obviously, I don't want to preclude us if, in fact, we are able to pursue these charges in the future. Mr. Brooks did take responsibility today for the felon in possession of a firearm. The court has just gone over the factual basis that particular count is pretty straightforward. They were investigating the underlying shooting. They found Mr. Brooks at the residence. They found the gun very close proximity to Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks does obviously have a criminal history. He's got a 2010
Yeah, no, I can't be president, Deborah. I don't travel.
He's got a 1999 battery from Milwaukee, a 1999 substantial battery
lost.
from Milwaukee, possession of controlled substance cocaine from 2000. A possession of controlled substance THC from 2002.
So many crimes.
Obstructing from 2012.
Damn.
A 2012 possession of THC and bail jumping. There's another open matter currently in Milwaukee County, and then the court is familiar with Mr. Brooks's convictions in 2022 in Waukesha County. Judge, based on the totality
They're
of the
always doing some
circumstances, he
shit.
feels that a prison sentence is appropriate and leaves that to the discretion of the court.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Your Honor, for my client, Darrell Brooks, I'm making a recommendation to the court of 218 days in the House of Correction, which would be a time served disposition. Your Honor, Mr. Brooks is 40 years old, lifelong resident of Milwaukee. He has obtained his GED. He is the father of 5 children. As the state said, Your Honor, you're very familiar with the going-ons about this case in particular. Your Honor, the issue when it came to trial about this were about the first 2 counts, which were dismissed. Mr. Brooks was cooperative with officers in regards to count 3. He admitted to having a firearm to the police. If it was just about the felon possession, this probably would have been taken care of a long time ago. Obviously, we deny any assertions that Mr.
Oh yeah,
Brooks
last
committed,
name and first name. Yeah, I guess
a
you could
shooting
just
or
put the
shot
last
at
name and
anyone
the
or
first
anything of
name.
that nature. So this was,
But a
so
bunch of
he's
stuff
here,
comes
he's
up when you do
accepted
that.
responsibility for the firearm, which he always was willing to do, Your Honor, and had made statements to police in regards to that firearm as well. Your Honor, we know Mr. Brooks is in prison for an extended amount of time. This was his first firearm case, at least to my knowledge.
Forever,
He's never
ever?
had any other cases with the firearm. The firearm he stated to me he took from his 17-year-old son, but again, never shot that firearm at anyone, admitted to having it. I do not believe any extra prison time is necessary and is kind of moot at this point, given the sentence that he already has. So I believe a time served disposition, seeing as this is
Extremely moot.
pleading to only the possession of a firearm, and it's this first time being charged with
fruit
possession of a
fly is
firearm.
about to get
I
up
do
out my
believe the time
face. I know
served
they ain't
disposition
much.
would be appropriate, Your Honor. And that's why, Your Honor, I am making a recommendation of 218 days in the House of Correction,
Acts.
which would be a time served
Shot
disposition.
that firearm
I'm
at
asking for
anyone
no
admitted
fine.
to-
I'd ask that you waive any costs due to indigency and the fact that Mr. Brooks is going to be incarcerated
Yes, yes, he
essentially
is.
for all of the foreseeable future. And Your Honor, he has 218 days of credit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of credit for what? What kind of credit you got, Earl? Is that how you got that mortgage? Is your credit good? Is that why you got the mortgage? Oh, I did not know. I did not know that Darrell had such great credit. Okay. That he got that's how he got his mortgage.
Mr. Brooks, is there anything you
It's
want
mortgage
to tell me
board.
today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Hey, Rushdie.
First, I want to say
Hey, boo.
it's been a long road to get to this point.
Yes, it has.
It seems like I've been coming before you now forever for this matter. I just want to take
here we go.
responsibility for the mistake I made that
Oh my God. Darrell, really? It was that easy? Oh, it was that easy, was it? For you to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just want to take responsibility for this thing that is way lighter, you know? Because, I have a conscience. It's somewhere behind this where my peninsula starts or ends or whatever, how peninsulas work. I have a conscience, Your Honors. I think it's around about here. As my hairline retreats, you'll be able to see it more readily. It'll be more readily available. You know what I'm saying? As my hairline recedes. A J9E cartoon. That would be hilarious. Yes. 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 He's so apologetic. Listen to how apologetic he is.
day.
Yeah.
As my attorney said, it wasn't a malicious mistake. It wasn't
malicious,
I didn't possess
I
a
wasn't
weapon
possessed.
for any malicious intent. That was not my goal in that matter. It was a stupid mistake. Definitely something that I knew better than to be doing. And I'm just ready to move forward now. Obviously.
Oh, you gonna move forward? Because I thought you was gonna toot it back. But okay. Hey, that's between you and Bubba. That's the way you like it. That's the way you. Who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? I can't judge. I can. Who's gonna stop me since you in the prison? But I'm just saying, if you rather just, step forward and take accountability when you could toot back and get it, I'm just saying, whatever's easier for you, baby. Whatever's easier for you. Yes, Darrell said he was possessed. Well, I don't know if it's what he said, but it is what I heard. Okay. It's what I heard. Put it to you like that. Okay.
Obviously, Your Honor, you're familiar with the current situation that I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. We're aware.
I'm just ready to just move forward. I'm ready to tie up my loose ends, so to speak.
Ugh.
Ironically, since this situation has happened, it's ironically served to make me and my children's bond a lot stronger.
Daryl is steady fucking lying. I'm gonna tell you right now. His kids do not fucking talk to him. Okay? They are not speaking to him. His imagination is going wild. Okay? His imagination is just like knowing no bounds at this point. Okay? It knows no bounds. Oh my God. Daryl, really? Really? Daryl, really? Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, boo. Okay, so this is your world.
I guess
ready to
for
marry
them
Bubba.
seeing
They're gonna have a beautiful wedding. It's gonna be
the
lovely.
with the mistake that I made had caused me to have to deal with, it's actually made them not even want to partake in anything firearm based or anything criminally based themselves, just by seeing the strain that it's caused them.
There go Daryl straining again. All he could think about is this straining that he's doing. Damn. You know, I mean, I thought, you know, with them just, you know, freshly into this relationship, you know, him and Bubba, I thought that maybe Bubba might, you know, take it easy, you know, to be gentle. You gotta be gentle. Daryl is a delicate flower, okay? He is a dainty man, okay? He's a very dainty feller, okay? It's more like a feller. He's a feller. More like a feller than a man, okay? He's a dainty feller, you know? You gotta be gentle, you know? You know? But Daryl's always complaining about this straining that he's doing. Clearly, you know, Bubba is just, you know, being just too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be gentle. Bubba, you gotta be gentle. Okay, with the Daryl. The Daryl is a delicate, delicate flower. Okay.
My life, and that's something that I'm proud of, because
Is
I
you
don't
proud?
want my mistakes to
Is you proud
rub
of-
off on them in any way. My son is now 20 years old now.
Uh,
He's going into the military himself.
Which is weird that you say that, because like I said, you just said they don't want to do anything related to firearms. And then the next thing you go, and my son has decided to go into the military, which is based only on firearms. If he needs a medical attention or a paper cut, how will he survive harsh prison environment? Because by being the submissive that he is very submissive with men. I've been calling this out since day one. He's a very, very submissive guy with men. He's only all domineering and awful to girls. But with men, he's quite submissive. Oh, he's very submissive. You know, he's the submissive type. He's a delicate, delicate flower with the men folk. It's the women folk that he gets all extra with. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the bully thing. You know, him being very submissive with the men folk. So he's going to be just fine. He's going to be like, you know, how men always complaining about wanting women to be submissive. They're going to have an abundance of submissiveness to come from Daryl when he gets in there. They're going to all, you know, be like, man, that's the kind of lady I want. She's so submissive, you know? That's going to be Daryl. He's so submissive. He's going to be the most submissive, you know, lady, you know, with the dainty hands, you know. He's going to be the one. He's going to be the most popular, you know. You know? They do like a submissive woman. Daryl is as close as they going to fucking get. You know what I'm saying?
He's basically trying to get out of Milwaukee because he recognizes that it's very dangerous, and it's a lot going on in Milwaukee right now. He wants to better himself, and a lot of that was seen from my mistakes and everything that I'm dealing with. So it's been rough. It's been stressful. It's caused a lot of grief. 3 years worth, and I'm finally ready to put this behind me and
is
do
you?
the best that I can going
Is you
forward
ready,
in the
Daryl?
future, Your Honor. That's all I want to say. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Oh my God, Daryl, you've spoken it fucking enough. Now, have that same humbleness when it comes to to Erica. Oh no, you want a trial for that, huh? Oh, you need a trial for that. Oh, I thought you was ready to put all this behind you. Oh, weird, strange. Huh, almost like you're lying again. It's almost like what it's like. It's like you're lying because you are, okay? Because you always are. Oh my God, Daryl. I just want to put all this behind me, just go away and do my little years and my times and stuff. Oh, Erica's coming in? Oh, no. I got a little bit more energy left in me. I want to save it up for Erica. Just want to see if I can't make her feel some type of way. I don't give a fuck what type of way it is. I just want to make her feel something. Something negative,
Try
to
my
be
best
specific.
to carry myself before you and before your court with respect.
Oh, yeah. Is it
to
the
you
respect?
and to the court.
Okay.
I've tried my best
You tried your best,
to
did
keep
you?
my composure and do what is asked of me, and I'm ready to put this behind me and go forward.
Okay. Forward into what
Thank
exactly?
you very much. When a court makes a decision on sentencing, there are three factors the court needs to look at. One would be the seriousness of the offense. Two would be your character, and three would be the needs for protection of the public. And in looking at this offense, felons in possession of firearms is a serious offense. We talked about this a little bit during the discussion.
You should say death penalty.
The plea colloquy.
I'd like to see
but there
Darrell's
used to
face
be
expression
a,
change.
4-year mandatory minimum for this offense. So it's clearly something the legislature recognizes as serious. The public is very concerned about felons having guns. So the offense in and of itself is serious. When I look at the circumstances in which you are convicted of this, I will note that the charges from the day before were dismissed outright, so I'm not going to consider that. The day that you were arrested with this gun, you were cooperative. So I do.
Well, I don't know if I would call it cooperative, since he ran to his mother's house and they had to go and find him there and arrest him there. So I wouldn't necessarily call it cooperative. I would say submissive once the police showed up. I would say that. That's more like what actually happened. But I mean, he is getting this 1,000 years. So it's like, why be petty? Sure, I'll call you cooperative. Whatevers.
I think that in the scope of felon in possession cases, this
dainty hands
case
and a dainty
falls
man.
to the middle or lower end
Yes,
of
Deborah.
seriousness.
I like that. Deborah, I like that. Deborah said, dainty hands on a dainty man. That's Darrell. Darrell, that's you. You are dainty hands on a dainty man. Dainty hands on a dainty man. I'm sure that Bubba appreciates your daintiness, He's like, how did I get so lucky? Here I am in this place full of all these men folk, and then and then all of a sudden, look, in the distance, there's, oh, is that a lady? No. It's a dainty man with some dainty hands. It's the dainty hands on the dainty man. He's so dainty and I don't know if I can stand it anymore. Bring him to me. I need that man, that dainty man. He is for me. That's the song of Bubba. That's Bubba's song. When they get married in there, that's what's going to play, Daryl's gonna walk down. Oh my God. Oh, I'm having a little too much fun here. This is too early for this kind of fun. You know? You know? Are you the man? Oh my gosh. Daryl's gonna get swooned. He's gonna get swooned.
What happened in Waukesha
What
is
pray tell does that
that
mean?
happened, and you've gone through that process, and that
Jazz fingers. Jazz hands.
can't be ignored. I appreciate what you just said about the relationship that you have with your children, because it's obvious, but I'll say it, your goal has to be to
Carla,
and
I love
have an
that
uphill battle,
comment.
but to not make that define you. And certainly with your family and those who love you, you have the ability to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
And beyond that, neither you nor I control how the general public. So I am happy to hear what you've said about the relationship with your children and your attempts
You
to
do not look like
to
no Slick Rick.
show
Who in the
them,
world told that lie?
and to guide
That do
them.
not look like Slick Rick,
You've
honey.
accepted responsibility here. It's been a long time in coming to fruition, but I know that,
Oh yeah, my
to
ring.
be frank, the case was
I
in a
don't have it anymore.
resolution posture,
Get all my
to my
rings.
recollection, going
My
back to
ring. My little
2020,
wedding ring.
on
Hey.
this, and then those other events
My
intervened,
ring.
and we ended up where we ended up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I look at what are the needs for protection of the public.
Uh-huh. For him to be in the
as I said
prison, those are the
before,
needs.
the public is rightfully concerned about felons possessing firearms.
Sandwich
But
making
in
hands.
this particular situation, I mean, we've danced
I
around
ain't
the
trying to
elephant
hear all
in the
that.
room.
You know?
There's nothing that I am going to do that is going to materially impact your situation. To be
You're welcome,
frank,
Lolita.
I mean,
I do it
it's a
for my
matter of public
babies.
record what
For my baby
sentences you
pies.
are serving, based
Dennis.
upon, I believe is appropriate, is this. I am going to sentence you to a term of 4 years in the Wisconsin State Prison System, broken down as 2 years of initial confinement, followed by 2 years of extended supervision. I'm entering that sentence because, as I stated, in the scheme of felon in possession cases, I do believe this falls into the moderate or lower end. But prison, I think, is usually
Hit the like button
appropriate
for mama, y'all.
for
Yes,
felon
hit the
in
like button for
possession
mama, y'all.
cases. So I am going to impose that sentence. I will make that sentence concurrent to the sentence in 21 CF 1848, which is your Waukesha County case.
Yeah. We get it. He's going to be in there forever and ever. You know?
Again, given the length of that sentence, it just doesn't seem to make any sense to try and it'd be meaningless.
Feels pretty pointless, don't it? Yeah. I'd say so. I'd say, yeah. D Barbie. Daryl looks like the hamster on FaceTime meme. Oh, Daryl. Oh my God. How? I'm gonna tell you something what's so crazy. Like, I don't know if Daryl actually does have a huge face, or if it just looks like he has a big face because everything else is so small, on him. But that face damn sure looks like a big ass fucking face like that. Does it? It definitely does. Yes, he got enough nose for two. He's got nose for me and you. He's got nose that's attached to his glasses for shows. And so. Yeah, Daryl definitely has got his nose glasses combo on today. He did not disappoint. He showed up with that. He said, I'm here. Okay, I'm here. And this is my prosthetic nose, my fake beard. Damn, Daryl. Jesus, who are you really? You know, I just imagine in his room, he got like a little counter, you know what I'm saying? Like a little rack. And on that rack, he keeps his glasses nose combo, his little, you know, fake beard, you know, there's like a lace front, you know, whatever, this is a beard. You know what I'm saying? He got like this little hairpiece, you know what I'm saying? This little struggle hairpiece with his peninsula. You know, he just sits his peninsula on the top. I'm like, what are you doing? Spread it out. What are you doing? Why so peninsula like, you know? It's just so weird. It's like he has so many different looks. It's like he's in disguise. He's a weird, creepy fucking feller. This is a creepy feller. See, I keep calling him feller because he's a feller. He's not a man, he's a feller. You know, to be mistaken with felon. He's a felonious feller, okay? He's a felon feller. A feller felon. Yeah, he's a feller felon. There you go. Okay.
Unless to run this consecutive. And so
Quite pointless.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Saucy Sam. Mama
current,
love you.
I don't know how that affects the pretrial calculation in terms of credit.
Daryl, how you
I know
feeling?
Mr. Rakestraw indicated you
How you
had
feeling?
218 days of independent credit. I'll certainly give
It's
you those
Daryl in the
218
building.
days. As
Mhm.
conditions of extended supervision.
Shackles on his feet. Hey, Retta said those shackles on his feet made him a better person. Shackles on his feet. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They made him a better person. It's the better person for me, honey.
Good luck to you, Mr. Brooks. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, good
Thank you,
luck
Your
to
Honor.
you, Daryl. Good luck to you, sir. Bye, Daryl, dumbass. Oh, Daryl, don't be like that. Don't be such a douche. I know you can't help it. I know. I know you can't help it. No, you can. Thanks for hanging out with Mama. Okay. And thank you, Daryl, for being a douche per usual. For showing up and showing out as the douche that you are. Yes. Yes. Okay. And we'll be preparing for your next case. Okay. On the 21st with Erica. It's going to be hilarious. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Y'all behave. Because I'm not going to do it. I just cannot. I simply can't. I shan't. Okay. I shan't. But Mama love you. Yes, she do. Peace.